most accurate forecast in the Ozarks 7 years in a row.
Well, this morning, certainly a very bumpy ride across the area. A lot of areas getting some hail along with heavy rain and lightning and gusty winds. And some areas got some really big hail. Take a look at this photo. This was sent in by Christy Strahan out of Kirbyville, Missouri, a little east of Branson. Had a supercell storm moving past the Branson area. About 6 o'clock this morning, dropped these hailstones 2 inches in diameter, or what we like to call egg size. That hailstone, or those hailstones, falling right about in there. Again, there's Branson. Also want to point out that we did get some wind damage reported out of the Berryville area. Possible weak tornado damage. I saw earlier that the Tulsa National Weather Service was planning to go out and investigate that and see if indeed that was a weak tornado. You can see we had reports of hail sort of scattered across the area. On the other side of the state, though, in southeast Missouri, that deadly tornado. And the survey has come in, and these are the results. A high in EF2 with winds of 130 miles per hour and on the ground for 22 miles. That was just one of quite a few tornadoes again out of this outbreak. You know, last week there were a lot of tornadoes reported. This past couple of days we've seen quite a few tornadoes reported, 24. But the big story with this storm really has been the hail. Over 500 reports of hail, and of course some of that falling in our area. It looks like the severe weather threat with this particular storm system is winding down. We still have a band of rain and embedded thunder, though it stretches from New England all the way back into Texas. Looks like it is, again, though, losing that severe weather feel. That cold front east of our area, we saw skies clear out earlier today. And with a combination of clear skies, that cold air, and lighter winds overnight tonight, temperatures are going to dip into the 30s. And we have that frost advisory in effect for areas like Clinton and Osceola. Looks like maybe the Hermitage area across Camdenton and Vienna. And I think we're going to see some patchy frost further south, down to at least Highway 60, as a result of temperatures dipping into the mid-30s tomorrow morning. Here's a look at our forecast. Overnight tonight, certainly quiet, a lot quieter than last night. There will be a little high cloudiness mixed in with a bright moonshine. For tomorrow, we'll continue with a thin veil of high cloudiness across the area. We will have some sun as well. Tomorrow night, same story, be cold again. And then as we get into Friday, it looks like we're going to end the week on a similar note with a thin veil of high cloudiness blanketing a lot of the area. Temperatures tonight, they're going to dip into the 30s, just about area-wide, 34, the low here in Springfield, with a high tomorrow close to 60. Winds out of the northeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures dropping back into the 30s Thursday night. Looks like about 35 in Springfield, with afternoon highs on Friday in the low to mid 60s. So closer to normal for this time of the year. Let's take a look at that Easter weekend. Just about perfect. It looks like for Saturday and Sunday. You know, this is a weekend where a lot of folks like to get outside, have those Easter egg hunts, maybe take in some of the signs of spring that are certainly beginning to show up in the area. Saturday, bright highs in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. On Sunday, we'll find afternoon highs generally around 70, up to maybe as warm as 74 degrees. So a nice, quiet Easter weekend to look forward to. It's not always that nice. Going back to last year even, it was kind of misty and cool, if you remember back to last Easter. Looking ahead to next week, temperatures will be climbing. 73, a chance for a few showers on Monday, 77 on Tuesday, and sunshine and highs back up near 80 on Wednesday of next week.
We're just bouncing right back pretty quickly to those warmer temperatures again.
Yes, we are, you know, and we're starting to lose room for any additional freezes. I mean, these aren't technically freezing conditions across the area, although it could be a little dicey for very sensitive plants if they're outdoors, given the patchy frost possibilities. But, you know, typically our last freeze is around the middle of the month of April.
Okay.
We're about a week in.
Yeah. Almost there. Yeah.
We're almost there where we can safely put those plants outside.
I think you forgot one thing, Jamie.
What?
You didn't say exceptional.
Oh, well. I know.
Or was it excellent? I actually don't know.
Well, there's excellent, yeah, and exceptional. Maybe I can get it in next time.
Okay.
We got time.
I got to work on the enthusiasm.
Okay, that's right. All right, Jamie, thank you. Well, thousands of people in Arkansas